Are you the one that calls for a rideshare?
Hey, yeah, I am. Do you mind if I sit in the front and talk to you throughout the trip? You know, asking questions, trying out my comedy routine. Of course, you laugh for the 5-star rating.
I prefer if you sit in the back in silence.
Thanks.
Let's go. Welcome back to my channel. Someday will be my day. I call it that because most days are definitely not. Like today's story about my ride sharing experience, and I had the oddest interactions with the strangest of people. I'm your host, Addy, government name Danielle, but you probably can't pronounce that because I barely can pronounce that. I struggle to say it, and you can just call me Addy for short. For those that do not know what ride sharing is, a quick summary: it is basically a service done throughout an app, typically through Uber or Lyft, connects someone that needs a ride with a person that has a car in exchange for money, and while the ride sharing company takes a percentage from that exchange for connecting the two parties. I discovered this service back in like 2016, and boy did I think, what an easy way to make money on the side. So I dived right into it, and boy did I meet interesting characters. Like this one time I picked up this pretty little Miss White girl. Before I go any further, I have something to tell you guys and reveal that for some strange reason people tend to confess and reveal personal details about themselves to their ride sharing driver. Who knows why? They just simply do for some odd reason. Now that I got that out the way, let's get back to our story time. Little Miss White Girl was telling me how she just flew down here from Boston for a guy she met online for New Year's Eve. They hook up, he leaves her hotel and straight up ghosts her. Like literally ghost her, never to be heard from again. And I mean, this guy hasn't called or hung out with her while she's been down here in South Florida for the last 3 days. So she's heading to the beach by herself because she got tired of being cooped up in the hotel, waiting for him to reply back to her messages or answer the phone call. I'm like, no. And she's like, yes. And I'm like, damn. She asked me, what do I think it means? I'm like, what? What does it mean? I said, well, maybe he's shy and nervous. You're a pretty girl. But what I really thought was, poor little Miss White Girl. He clearly went back home to his wife. I dropped her off to the beach and never found out if the guy ever contacted poor little Miss White Girl again, who flew down here for nothing. This other time, I was taking these group of girls to a club. It was about 4 of them. When they got into the car, the first thing that they asked me was, how do you pronounce your name? Because I thought it was Daniel, but misspelled. Oh my God. You see, this is why I tell you folks, just call me Addy, because people struggle to say Danielle. I guess it would be like Adniel or Adneal. I don't even know, man. I don't even know. But the English way of however you say it. I think because the D and the N are next to each other, that seems to cause the confusion. I don't know. Anyways, do anybody remember that viral moment when a friend kept telling his other friend, damn, Daniel, back at it again, and something like that. Damn, Daniel. Yeah, does anybody remember that? Anything that he did, and does anybody remember that? Yeah, I was picking up these girls at the height of that viral moment. Why is that important to the story? Well, like I told you, my name is Adniel. I told him that it's like Danielle with an A in front of it, and one of the girls seems to say,
wait, what? It still sounds like Daniel.
how? Literally, just how? How does it still sound like Daniel? So throughout the whole 20-minute car ride, the 4 girls kept saying,
damn, Daniel, another red light. Damn, Daniel, look at all this traffic.
Or he'll just say, damn, Daniel, just to say it. Just to say it. Just for the sake of saying it. They found it hilarious, while in my head, I am thinking, if y'all don't shut the hell up. But because I wanted a tip and those sweet 5-star ratings, I told them, oh my God, you guys are so hilarious. The things we do, the things we put up with for the sake of money. Did I mention that car ride lasted for about 20 minutes? Oh my God. Sometimes you just want to just take somebody from an A to point B in silence. Like this one time I was taking this girl from visiting from Venezuela. I know that because she told me that she's visiting Venezuela and she was out drinking with her friends. Yeah, and then we just sat in silence. Yeah, that was pretty good. Yeah, for like a 16-minute car ride, we just sat in silence. And I kind of liked it until we reached her destination. In a poorly lit, dark alley, she fell asleep in the back of my car. Like she was asleep, like deep REM sleep. I called out to her shouting, ma'am, we're here. No response. 5 minutes later, I called my best friend. I'm telling her I'm doing ride sharing right now, and this girl visiting from Venezuela fell asleep on the back of my car in a dark alley. My best friend was like, you think she was out drinking? I told her, yeah, that's what she told me. Then my best friend was like, what girl drinks, get in a stranger car, and then falls asleep in the dark alley? I told her, apparently this girl. Then my best friend told me, well, don't touch her. Wait for her to wake up on her own. And then I told her, no, really? I told her I've been waiting for her for about a good 8 minutes and she's still asleep. And then my best friend was like, oh, well, I'm going to sleep. Good night. Wow. That woman went to sleep for about 17 minutes in the back of my car. When she woke up, she was like, oh, I'm here. Thank you. Got out like nothing happened, and that was it. Ride sharing was an interesting side gig for extra money until I did a pool where you take multiple riders to separate destinations. That pool took so long, I told myself I have to have made a lot of money doing that pool. I checked how much those riders were charged, and they were collectively charged around $40. I'm like, cool. The company takes their percentage, and then I look at how much I got paid. $12. 12 freaking dollars. Yo, this is criminal. I'm not doing this no more. I'm done doing ride sharing. I'm not gonna put on blast what company did me like that. It was Lyft. Lyft was the whole criminal that I'm talking about. I did both Lyft and Uber, but it was Lyft that assaulted me. I mean insulted me. It was Lyft. This one time I also picked up my nephew from school one time, and this guy just randomly jumped in our back seat, and then me and my nephew was looking at the guy was looking at us, he was looking at me, we were looking at him, and then he was like, this isn't my Uber, is it? And my nephew and I was like, no. Well, thanks for watching, and and please like, share, and subscribe. It helps me out. And because I'm your guy, let's not forget that. Let me know if you want me to tell more stories like this, or if you want me to share other ride share experiences that I can recommend. And also, if you're gonna do ride sharing, I recommend doing it on like holidays and events like New Year's or something. I made like $300 one night on New Year's, so I recommend it. And also, I wrote a book, so you might want to check that out. And stay tuned for my next episode and my crazy shenanigans that I get into. Bye. And yo, I swear to God, y'all better like this. I swear to God, I better like this. And a special thanks to Britany and Arthur for doing my guest voice work. I'll leave their link down below. Bye.